Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble, 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Trust you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. Be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave it for someone else. Because this is a general read, this is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, simply check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So let's have an empty cup when we are on Lady Noble's channel and we really want to see what's up. Thank you all for your kindness, your support. Hope you're all feeling great. Okay. Be sure to tell a family, friend, and foe. Come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. Okay. Let's tap into the tarot. See what's going on this evening. All right. Wherever you are, chillaxing. You have your water, your wine, you have your snacks. Are you relaxing and sitting back, ladies and gentlemen? Give me a sec for a moment here. Drum roll, please. All right. All right, we have the lovely Five of Wands here. Okay. And this Five of Wands, as you see, there's a one person here, and this wand is standing out to me. There are several other wands around this person, but the wand that her hand is on is the wand that she is focused on. So clearly, this could represent male or female energy collective. And I'm picking up that you are very focused at this time. There may be a lot of conflict going on around you, a lot of noise going on around you, but you're very focused. I'm picking up energy of someone very determined at this time. There is something you're very driven towards. This is something that could benefit you in your future, or maybe you and your children, or you and your spouse, or maybe your extended family, but you're very focused and determined. This could be your education. This could be something at work. Maybe there's some kind of competitive nature to receive some kind of promotion. Okay. Maybe this idea has been presented, there's a position open. You're welcome to apply. We're going to choose a certain candidate. And so you're staying very focused and hopeful, making sure that you meet all the requirements. So this could be work. This could be school, okay, for you, or this could be some kind of project that you do in your spare time. This could be a hobby as well, okay? And you could be someone, I'm picking up someone that is starting some kind of food or catering business. Maybe you're interested in having a food truck, a food truck, a food truck, but one that, okay, you want to own a food truck or something that is like ordered or requested that people can purchase the truck to do like parties and events. Okay. Or maybe you're someone who's thought about something about a bounce house. Maybe you want to buy a couple of those. Okay, well, free game, free game. Maybe you want to buy a couple of bounce houses and rent them out and use that as a spare hobby on the side to make extra money. That's a wonderful idea, collective. Beautiful. Okay. So I see someone, either, there's something at work that you're working towards, or you have some kind of side hustle you're working towards. This could be your education. This could be completing a course. Maybe you're one or two classes away from meeting your graduation or a certification requirement. Maybe you're part of some kind of training program. I'm also picking up someone going to truck driving school. They're getting their CDLs. This could be male or female energy. Okay, but someone wants a catering business and you've actually started. Okay, you could be using your vehicle, but you're also looking to purchase a food truck because you want to take it. Oh, and your idea is to expand and rent this truck out for events as well. Okay, I get it. Very nice, great idea. And then I see something about someone wants to purchase bounce houses and maybe rent them out to make extra money. That's a wonderful idea. But either way, you're very focused, okay? You're very focused. Nothing can distract you. Your mind is in the right place. Your energy is in the right place. You're thinking about abundance. You're thinking about being in the energy of no longer having to feel like you're in lack or you're left out of the loop. You are tired of having desires unfulfilled. Excuse me, collective. You are tired of having desires unfulfilled. I'm picking up. You are tired of maybe watching other people travel and take vacations and make moves in their life. And you are grabbing life by the horns and you are taking the steps that are necessary so that you're able to have this life and afford the life that you desire. Okay. There's many things that you are interested in expanding on. This could be you expanding your family. This could be you buying a bigger home, maybe a particular vehicle, traveling the world. Also, giving your children options. Maybe there's extracurricular activities that your children want to do and you want to be able to afford those things for your children. Okay, very beautiful. And so yes, you're working on progress, and it may look like a lot at the time, but you're not letting anything distract you. That's you again, male or female energy. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot, but you're not allowing any way, excuse me, you're not allowing anything to disturb you. You're very focused. Okay, you see, she's focused on that one, and then look at you. You're looking at both of these coins. You're like, okay, I'm going to pay this on this date. I'm going to put this in my savings. Then I'm going to make up, you're all about your business, but I'm not picking up any nefarious energy as of yet. I'm not picking up that you're anxious or nervous. You're actually applying yourself and you are putting your energy where it needs to be when it comes to adulting in life, when it comes to wanting to be self-efficient and being responsible. Okay. You could be someone that has 2 to 3 children, maybe 2 boys and a girl, okay? Or you can have 2 girls and a newborn as well, okay? But you're not allowing, some of you may have children, some of you may not, but you're not allowing any of these things to be an excuse or a reason for you not to be successful. With the Queen of Wands here, you're very determined. There's nothing. Here's another determined energy getting in your way. Okay, that Five of Cups is energy of the past. This Five of Cups energy is actually your motivation. This is why, you're like, I'll be darned if I sit one more day and I don't get to travel and go on my vacation. And, as long as I've got air in me, I will live the life I desire. Okay. So this is very beautiful. Lots of, determination, lots of confidence. Okay. You could also be receiving different invites from your friends, maybe people whom you hang out with on a regular basis, and they're wondering why you're MIA. You could be the friend that usually show up to every invite, and they're like, where's the collective at? And you like, I got to test, I got to study. You've been responsible, but you're turning your responsible knob up a notch. You're raising the bar for yourself, okay? But it's not with any stress or anxiety. You are really fully, wholeheartedly, is what I'm picking up, applying yourself. There could be things you have cut back on. Like I said, you are MIA when it comes to your friend group. For some of you, male or female, people are wondering where you are. You like, look, I got to work. I'm going to do a double shift, or I got a term paper I got to turn in. You're busy. I have orders. I have about 30 plates to make. I got to drop them off. Now I'm seeing something about taste testing. Okay. Maybe someone's hired you to do their wedding. Okay, something about taste testing. Okay, maybe you're prepping samples for people. Beautiful, very beautiful. You're prepping samples for people to try your food. Okay, now collective. Ah, this is nice. This is nice. I love this for you. I love this for you. So basically, you're just in your garden. They want to know what the collective is doing. They're just in their garden, just planting a seed, getting to the bag, stacking some blue cheese. Where am I? Tell them you're in the garden. The collective is in the garden. Getting to the bag, that's where I've been. How you doing? Beautiful. I love it. Oh, this energy is exciting and inviting. Oh boy, oh boy. That Nine of Pentacles. See, look at you. You're like, who? Where? Oh no, we'll be vacationing next week. We won't be around. Yeah, we're booked. We're booked and busy. Beautiful. Okay. So lots of success for you. But the success is not because it's being thrown in your lap. You are actually putting in the work. You're walking the walk. You're not just talking the talk. Maybe in the past, you were in this energy of the Five of Cups because there was a lot of chatter on the things that you wanted in your life. Maybe you would have these conversations about your dreams and aspirations to maybe your spouse, your friends, your family. And you're like, you know what? I'm tired of talking about this. Let me just put it into action. So that's the best thing you can do. Be more, apply your energy towards taking action rather than having a conversation about it. And moving in silence. And moving in silence, what I mean when I say moving in silence, it doesn't mean hiding or being afraid or in fear. It simply means being so focused and determined and so mature and ready to move forward in your life, having an understanding of how to maintain your ability to be resourceful and successful is simply focusing on yourself, putting all your energy into you and mind the business that pays you. That's what that means. And not sharing your next move with anyone. It's like, wanting to write a book. It's not even published yet and you're telling everybody about it. And it's not that something bad is going to always happen, but the goal is to, as you move forward, to be wise enough to not allow anyone to taint your energy when it comes to any form of progress in your life, your children's life, your spouse, anyone within your immediate family or anyone you care about. And so it's not, ooh, you got to be afraid or, oh, something's going to happen. No, 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 no. It's because we live in a world where we are simply just bubbles of energy surpassing each other on a daily. And the wisest and the smartest thing that a person could do is simply move in silence. Just be about your business. People will see you when it's time for it to be seen. And often, not always, you will find those who blab their business about their plans. I mean, they're constantly bringing it up. Those are the ones, it's not that they're not successful, but they find a lot of friction in their mission of building and creating whatever they are working on. Whether this is writing a book, creating an app, whether this is starting a podcast, whether this is maybe you want to open a boutique, you want to sell something online. This could be anything. Going back to school, further your education. Maybe you're putting apps in because it's a particular program you want and it's prestigious and the class is small and maybe they only offer the classes at a certain time. You know how I go, how those college courses be. But either way, it's better to stay busy, stay in that Eight of Pentacles, stay focused on what you're doing. And when it's time for things to be seen and revealed about you, allow it to happen organically. That means it will be seen when it's time, but it does not have to come from you. The divine in your ancestors will reveal what needs to be revealed. Nature takes care of its own. We've watched this repeatedly, season after season. The trees know when blooming season is back in another cycle, then it's time to breathe fresh leaves, fresh flowers, etc. We've watched this. So nature takes care of its own. And sometimes we need to pause and just learn to move and work in silence. That doesn't mean that you're in fear. There's no need. We're not children. And once you become an adult, I love saying adult. So you'll hear me say it a lot, you know, and you're really serious about, being successful and having peace while you're creating. Because, it's not about making it to the end point. It's about really going through the process and enjoying your journey of building, creating, and learning. Those will be the stories that you'll tell your grandchildren. Those will be the stories that someone in the future may be going through something and you can share with them different things you experienced while you were building and creating. And so, in order to enjoy the process of your progress, this is for someone who needs to hear it. Move in silence. That don't mean you have to hide anything. That doesn't mean you're in fear. It's so that you can have peace, and your spirit guides wants you to enjoy. They're saying enjoy the journey. Enjoy writing that book. Okay, enjoy. Opening that food truck up and advertising, and enjoy making your samples and taking them into different places and letting people taste your food and watching them smile and meeting different people. Enjoy the journey. The money will arrive, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. And so I'm saying this because this is the message, and someone really needs to know that. We're not children. We don't have to do the show and tell. We did that in grade school. We did that in what is that? Kindergarten, first, second, third. Look what I got. I bought my teddy bear today. This is show and tell. Look, you guys, because the goal is it's not about you. And you may say, well, I don't have any enemies. I have this and they love me. Yeah, 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 yeah. But the thing is, we are all energy. Everything is energy, and we're simply in an energetic dimension. And you don't need anyone's energy tainting your energy. You don't need anybody tainting your bubble. You don't need anybody blowing no smoke. And when I say smoke, it can just be the thought of the ideas that you shared with them. And you're minding your business. You're doing nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong, but you trusted and confided in a friend or a family member or a spouse. This could be your spouse. There are some folks who be sleeping with the enemy. It's not only a movie. This happens in real life, collective sometimes. And you're sharing your dreams and what you got going on, and you're excited. And so your expectation is just to share your moment of joy. But the person that you're sharing your moment of joy, you're reminding them of something. Oh, yeah, I'm about to go there. I'm about to go there. You're reminding them of areas in their life that they did not fulfill. You're reminding them of all the things they chose to give up on. It's not that they can't have it, but they chose to give up on these things. So you're all happy and upbeat, telling everybody your next move, what you're about to do, where you're going to be at. You're giving people the blueprint to come and sabotage what you are working on. So this energy of you being focused is wonderful, but that was for somebody Pacific, who's very enthusiastic and excited, and that's wonderful. But be mindful of sharing your business, even with your family. Just because you're expecting them to root for you and be in good spirits for you. Sometimes people have those energy attachments and they don't know what's going on. Sometimes they do know what's going on. Sometimes they invoke them on their own. But anywho, move in silence. Let that wheel stay well oiled while you're building, while you're advertising your business, while you're graduating and completing, that college degree, or you're getting your CDLs and you're walking across stage and, you're opening that boutique or that barber shop or that laundromat. I picked it up last time. That is a good idea. Someone's opened a laundromat. I picked that up last time. You're going to be getting a lot of coins. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's just about gaining knowledge and applying it as you move forward. It's not about being in fear. It's not about competing with anyone. It's not about me just giving you a reading and repeating myself because I'm saying it. No, this is the channel message. Your spirit guides want you to know to keep your business to yourself. They will see what you are building. That's why this card is here, because the wheel is turning. And when it's time, they will see what you are building. You do not have to say, oh, I gotta tell, I gotta tell, I gotta. No, 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 no. Let the cake get all the way done, honey. You don't want to open the oven too soon and the cake ain't done all the way. That's a no-no. Oh, you baking them cakes from scratch, you open that oven too soon. You pull that cake out. Oh, better yet, try to take the cake out of the pan for it cool off and see what happened. What happened? It crumbles all apart and then somebody be mad, don't they? Because you move too fast, too soon. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's all it is. And as I was speaking about the 8, stay focused on yourself. But enjoy yourself. You don't have to be anxious or nervous. They want you to enjoy. Enjoy, because they're saying your journey you will share with someone that needs your encouragement. You may come across someone that knows you or don't know you and may have a conversation and want to confide in you, and you can share your experiences what did you do? And, people may want certain information sometime. And this could be your own children asking you. They may want to follow in your footsteps. Mom, dad, how did you do it? And what was your process? And I'm dealing with this. And what do you think? But stay focused, because there's some, evidently, for me saying this and the way they have me saturated on this particular topic, evidently there's some lurking of some hateration. You need to get some haterade and spray it in the air. There's some lurking collective of some hateration now. We know this is nothing new. It usually comes out in the forecast, and it'll be hateration today, 40% chance. A little cloudy, but the sun is coming back out. So this is something just to be aware of. This is a spiritual notification, but you're doing wonderful. Um, with all the changes that are happening in the world, the beautiful thing that I am grateful to witness is a lot of people are feeling free to stand in their truth when it comes to their belief system. And a lot of people are working on using their gifts. And I think that's beautiful. It's wonderful. People are creating employment for themselves. I love to see it. I love this for us. Okay. I love this for us because I believe, no, I don't believe, I know that we're born with several gifts. What we choose to do with them, now that's another story, because we have all met someone who was very gifted and talented. I mean, extremely gifted and talented, whether it was singing, rapping, dancing, drawing, whatever it was. And what do we say? Oh, you're so good at this. This person may be going through something, they may be at a place in their life where you're like, wow, I didn't know you had this talent, but either or. It's all about what you do with your gifts. We all have gifts, whether you're going to choose to believe in yourself and not give up, or give up and then look at the rest of the world, and then you perish from Mother Earth with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory. And so your spirit team does not want you in the Five of Pentacles. They don't want you feeling disappointed within yourself because you didn't give yourself a chance. Okay? We are all very gifted and talented. And the children are so smart. The little babies are so smart. Oh boy, just geniuses. We all have something in us that we could ignite in our own way that will work for us. Okay? Okay, and our highest good individually. We all have some kind of ability. But, it happens at different times for different people. And guess what? Yeah, that's okay too. That's really okay. hmm Yeah. So either way, uh, your energy is just abundance, and it's leading to royalty. I'm going to say royalty. You could be connected to a royal bloodline and may not be aware of this. Maybe you've had dreams that you are connected to some kind of wealth and you've been trying to piece it together. Maybe you've received different signs and synchronicities that you've been trying to piece together. You've been here before. And when you were here, you lived a life where you were very fortunate and you were privy to a lot of luxurious luxury, when it comes to your lifestyle. Okay. And so you need to know, as I hold this Tower card here, you need to know, the energy of this person's face on here, that this is why we have to move in silence. Now you see the look on that face. I can't believe, some people actually have that feeling, will have that facial expression if they are aware of what you're doing, what you're building, what you're creating. So you don't want anyone putting anything out into the ethers on your behalf. You can handle that on your own. You don't need nobody speaking over your business. Mm-mm. You can use your hecker on your own time, own space, but you don't need nobody for that. You telling someone, oh, you found a truck, I'm about to go buy it. Oh, I got so and so in the bank, and I'm about to. Yeah, and then they have a conversation with someone. Yeah, so and so said they was gonna buy a truck, and Just them having a conversation on your plans can taint your progress. Not that it will, it can possibly taint. So when it comes to things that are valuable to you, be mindful of not sharing those things. Let them blossom and grow. And when things blossom and grow, they are seen organically on their own. Like those flowers that you plant and they regrow every season on their own, you know? Yeah, on their own. So enjoy this process and rest assured, the wheel is turning in your favor, male or female. Gender is fluid in tarot. Okay, so okay, and continue to stay focused. This energy that you are in, they want you to keep that tunnel vision. That keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Okay. Yes, because it's nothing but success here. I've been picking up a lot of this good energy. There's so much focus on the negative things that are going on, but don't be fooled. It's an illusion. You don't be so focused on something, the darkness, that you forget about the light. Because if you think duality exists in all things, if you're seeing a bunch of negative, then guess what? It's a whole bunch of goodness going on. It's a whole bunch of prosperity happening. It's a whole bunch of opportunity ready and available. It's a whole lot of doors of favor and opportunity. There's a whole lot of blessings, So just as much, the darkness as you witness and observe, don't forget there's a whole lot of love and light somewhere. There's a whole lot of prosperity and good things are constantly happening and flowing on to me. You can use that as an affirmation if you need so. But don't forget that. That is law and that is a fact. Okay? So if you're someone who's so hung up on the things to complain about and what you don't like, and nobody puts salt on the chicken and, put some butter on the bread. If you're someone who likes to engage in those things, to each his own. But don't forget, seeing the cup half full is really your best bet. You are a creator in your life. You are a creator. There are other creators. We live and we walk amongst them. Okay. And there is a higher authority who's a creator as well. But you are also a creator. So you want to be mindful of your words, your thoughts, and your actions. But you want to protect your energy as well. Okay. So this really concludes the read, and I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.